The least prevalent personality type is Sigma in men. It seems sense to inquire as to why Sigma guys are so uncommon. There ought to be a lot more of them, it seems. Although to those watching them, their personality features frequently appear to be at odds with one another, in reality, this is what makes them so unique. Contradictory personality traits are uncommon, yet they make them special nonetheless. And only a small percentage of people have received this kind of Sigma is a logically oriented personality type with a knack for problem solving and a concentration on achieving objectives. They are able to predict events that will happen a very long time in the future with a remarkable degree of precision. If you identify as a Sigma, you have probably spent a significant portion of your life feeling misunderstood or unique. You are not mistaken. A distinctive personality, Sigma male. They frequently avoid social situations and concentrate on ideas, projects, or work since they have a tendency to be direct, critical, and results-oriented, which is not a recipe for informal chat. They usually develop close, intimate bonds with a select group of reliable people. And while they value those friends dearly, those same qualities also give them the ability to be a formidable force. They tend to stand out in almost every situation. Let's look at the characteristics that give Sigma males their peculiar appearance and the reasons why they are so uncommon. Number 1. Being open-minded but coming out as distant. Numerous characteristics of the Sigma personality are inward-focused, they digest information and ponder deeply, but none of those things are visible to others. They rarely discuss their thoughts in conversation. Since they have a reputation for being one of the least welcoming personality types and may come off as aloof and even mean, many assume that they are not very open-minded. That is not true. However, Sigma guys are quite receptive to new ideas. They tend to be open to interpreting anything and have profound thought about a variety of circumstances and subjects. However, the fact that they never externalize any of is what makes them so uncommon. It's a little contradictory because they don't tend to speak out on some topics but are willing to consider and discuss them with just one other individual. Furthermore, why this personality type is so uncommon. Many people who are open-minded prefer to discuss issues and express their opinions to others. Sigma guys, however, are willing to mull things out by themselves. In a nutshell, Sigma men are men. They rarely engage in idle conversation or chit-chat about unimportant details of their lives. And this is because, in addition to not caring about little things that might not matter in a day, they also recognize the importance of guarding their own energy. A Sigma male places less value on their own energy than other things, but just because they are more reserved by nature does not mean they are pushovers. Number 2. Natural leaders who detest taking charge. I suppose using the term hate to describe how they feel about leading in any specific circumstance could be a bit extreme. They are natural leaders, which is the problem. They have every quality required to govern fairly, justly, and rightly. Just put, they don't want to. They like to take a back seat and work independently, but because of their outward appearance, they are frequently put in positions of leadership. This is unusual for the simple reason that the finest leaders are typically those who want to and are content with accepting leadership responsibilities. Sigma guys wouldn't necessarily be lousy leaders, rather, they lack the drive to stand in front of others and issue commands. But it's also possible that they create some of the best leaders because of this. Contradiction in this sense is extremely uncommon but also incredibly useful. You can depend on Sigma men to take care of whatever needs to be done. They possess the ideal combination of self-reliance, introspection, and intelligence to solve any issue and transform inefficiency into effectiveness. On your team, you should always have a Sigma man. You gain the assurance and charisma of an alpha guy without any of the drawbacks associated with someone who has a big, fragile ego and need regular validation. No matter what the challenge or discomfort, a Sigma male will never give up. Instead, he will persevere in his efforts until he discovers a solution. Because the goal, not their reputation, is their top priority, these people aren't scared to go do what needs to be done. Number 3. Exceptionally analytical but creative. One of the rarest traits is creativity. Not many imaginative thinkers who are also highly analytical or logical are Sigma guys. However, they don't seem to tilt in one direction or the other. Both are present in an equal measure. And that results in some distinctive and uncommon interests and abilities. These two qualities make them some of the best entrepreneurs. In order to produce something without errors. And that's also intriguing and distinctive, you need to be able to think artistically as well as logically, since the puzzle parts must fit together perfectly. They are excellent at balancing the two since it comes naturally to them. But this is also incredibly uncommon. Other personality types can be both analytical and imaginative, but they must really work to be one or the other. Sigma guys naturally and evenly exhibit both traits, making them unusual among other personality types. Number 4. Enjoy in-depth discussions but poor social skills. Small conversation is the biggest turn-off for a Sigma male, thus this is all about that. They despise it. You'd think a personality type that enjoys discussing problems as much as a Sigma would be fantastic in social situations, yet they can be awkward among strangers. They would much rather sit down with a single individual and have a genuine conversation than to mingle and chat with them, to be honest. They are genuinely ignorant. Additionally, this unique characteristic. People who are good at conversation are typically great in social settings. They get along with people pretty well and can converse freely with anyone. Because Sigma guys initially have a tendency to come across as cold and calculating, they may turn off those who don't understand them, which makes socializing difficult and uncomfortable for everyone. They therefore do best in occupations that allow them to work independently and without having to make small conversation. They make excellent company since they are so uncommon. They're not the life of the party if you need someone to talk to. Number 5. Logical but not in terms of relationships. They frequently fall short in the area of relationships. They frequently think very logically, and they base their decisions on this. However, when it comes to relationships, they just can't seem to put their overly critical brains to rest and truly connect with others. It seems as though they keep a safe distance from people because they feel misunderstood. And they do so frequently. To avoid judgment in this manner makes logical sense, yet it is detrimental to both romantic and platonic relationships. Thinking and emotions play very distinct roles. And Sigma men just don't want to win that kind of competition. They separate their emotions using reason and analysis, which makes this unusual. But since that is not how emotions, particularly those related to love, function, trying to understand their feelings in this manner may drive them insane. And as a result of wanting to avoid conflict, they push people away. It's a peculiarity that few people have, and Sigma males have the most of it. Why then are Sigma guys so uncommon? They are the most uncommon personality type because they have a variety of opposing tendencies that are sometimes misunderstood by the general public and that sometimes operate both for and against one another.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.